Newport Aquatic Center, time of 6:09.5. Very quick time for a junior crew, followed by Everett. Those two will advance. Sadly, St. Ignatius had to come third. Lake Union and Ship Lake. St. Ignatius crew put on a terrific effort to try and take the second position, moved into that momentarily, and then Everett responded back and ended up coming into that key second spot.
Going to look quickly at the lane assignments in the third and final of this category. It is Capital in lane 1. Oakland will be coming out of lane 2. That's Oakland Strokes. Lane 3, Serra. We have lane 4, Long Beach. Lane 5, Tempe Juniors. And lane 6, a Tempe Town team. 2 crews will move forward. This is the third of 3 heats in the men's juniors. They are competing for the William Robinson Memorial Cup.
We have a start in the men's junior heat C, and a very rough start from Capital in lane 1, but that doesn't seem to have affected their boat speed. Everybody else has moved away smoothly. At this stage, it's the Tempe junior crew that is being dropped slightly by the other crews in the race as we come down past the 100-meter breakage flag. It's level pegging across the course between Capital, Oakland Strokes and Long Beach. Serra have lost a man on these other 3 crews, and on the far side the Tempe Town crew have also lost 2 to 3 men, 2 to 3 seats, but are still in touch with the race. The Tempe junior crew in lane 5 are already a length and a half of open water, a length and a half down. As we come into the second half of the first 500, Long Beach have really put the foot on the accelerator, and they've moved away from the other crews in this race. It's Long Beach in lane 4 who have moved out to about 3/4 of a length lead, but it's Capital and Oakland Strokes who are old foes from the Northern California area, who are level pegging stroke for stroke in second place. As we go through the 500, it's Long Beach by 3/4 of a length over too hard, too difficult to separate them, Capital and Oakland Strokes, with Serra in 4th place, Tempe Town in 5th, and Tempe Junior in 6th.
And that's the call for 500 meters. Looking at our lane assignments once again, Capital is coming out of lane number 1, and they're currently in a stroke-for-stroke battle against the Oakland Strokes. They are in lane number 2. Serra, coming out of lane 3, currently occupies the 4th position, while Long Beach is on the lead, and they're coming out of lane 4. Stroking out of lane 5 is Tempe Junior, and they've struggled a bit in the early going and are trailing, while in lane number 6, the Tempe Town team is in our 5th position. So currently we have Long Beach, Capital, Oakland, stroke for stroke, Serra, Tempe Town, and Tempe Junior. There is the Capital crew, And they are currently stroke for stroke with the Oakland Strokes in lane number 2. Looks like Capital has begun to exert themselves a little bit and has a slight edge over the Oakland Strokes. On that far outside in lane number 4 is Long Beach.
Capital crew there in the foreground.
Long Beach still on the lead, but it looks like we have Capital, Oakland, and Serra in the hunt. We're looking for 2 crews to move forward to join Los Gatos, Marin, Everett, and the Newport Aquatic Center. That is Long Beach on the lead, and then a 2-boat race on the near side, Capital and Oakland. Serra beginning to fall back just a bit. On the far outside is the Tempe Town, and trailing is the Tempe Junior crew.
Oakland Strokes throwing in lane 2, trying to find their way into the finals here. They have made a move in the last 100 meters or so, probably taking a 10 or a 20 to see if they can leverage themselves by Capital. They've moved up just a bit. It's down to about 3 or 4 seats between those 2 boats, but Long Beach out there in lane 4 still looking relatively comfortable, although we're now down to less than 500 meters. And Long Beach starting to flag a bit. I think they went out hard and fast, but maybe starting to pay the consequence here as we move into the finish area. It's about 400 meters to go. And it's a battle now between Oakland Strokes and their move on Capital. Meanwhile, Long Beach is trying to hang in there to the finish line. It's about 350 meters to go.
We have a battle between lane number 1, that's Capital, and lane 2, the Oakland Strokes. Right now, Capital seems to have the better of it, with Long Beach on the early lead beginning to fade a bit, and they'll have to step it up to catch up with Oakland. This is Capital along the shoreline, and Oakland Strokes outside of them. Then on the far outside, Long Beach trying to pick up the momentum that they had lost. And in between that is Serra, open water back to Tempe Town and Tempe Junior. This is the Oakland, check that, the Capital crew in lane number 1. Capital currently with about a 4-seat lead over Oakland. And it looks like Capital and Oakland will slide in, and Long Beach losing out in the 2 qualifiers to move on, followed by Serra. On the far outside is Tempe Town, followed by the Tempe Junior crew.
Very gritty race there between Capital and Oakland Strokes. Oakland Strokes trailing in the 3rd spot. Saw their opportunity with about 750 meters to go. Put in a big 10, big 20, moved themselves back into contention, got into 2nd spot. Were challenging Capital. Capital would have none of that. Responded significantly with their own move in the sprint and moved out to about a half a boat length lead at the finish line. Great racing between Capital and Oakland Strokes, and interesting strategy on Long Beach Rowing Association when they went out as hard as they could and were hoping to make it to the finish line. Unfortunately, 2 other crews with a bit more fitness prevailed.
Outstanding, and we'll be looking forward to the 6 crews moving forward. Oakland, Capital, Los Gatos, Marin, Everett, and the Newport Aquatic Center. They'll pull off at 12:40 tomorrow afternoon.
I would say maybe 2 miles from here.